Alright, hello, and welcome back to another Trains Railroad Simulator 2019 stream. The past few videos have been recordings, but this one will be a stream, and we will be once again doing runs on the E and K lines. Okay, there's my video, I see it. Our first run of the day will be an R46 on the K local, the 639 out of Grasslands Drive. Is there supposed to be an R68 moving around? I don't think you're supposed to be moving. Where are you going? You are for M-Train service. You go back to where you're supposed to go, back to Slicken Terminal, and let me do my run, please. Thank you very much. There you go. Alright, like I said, 639 out of Grasslands Drive. That's us. This is a Birchlands bound K local train. We'll be making all local stops on this run. The next stop on this train will be Avenue H. Step all the way in, stand clear of the closing doors, please. Okay, I just noticed that I forgot to put a switch here, so I'm gonna have to slide this train over to the other track in order to move it. I gotta retrofit the E and K lines with proper switches. Why did 6214 get taken out of service in real life? Kind of forgot what happened to that. Was it that its pair was given to 6062, or? 'Cause that's my guess. This is Avenue H. This is a Birchlands bound K local train. The next stop will be Avenue E. Step all the way in, stand clear of the closing doors, please. This is Avenue E. I like how I peeked out right before I came into the station. And I like how the station was visible from the other station before I even got here. This is a Grasslands bound K local train. Avenue B will be next. And clear the closing doors, please. This is Avenue B. This is the Grasslands bound K local train. The next stop on this train will be Autumn's Pass. Step all the way in, stand clear of the closing doors, please. I like this stretch of track here because the train does incredible gymnastics. This is Autumn's Pass. This braking is incredible. This is a Grasslands bound K local train. Chestnut Parkway will be next. Step all the way in, stand clear of the closing doors, please. That's where the E-train goes up and over until more dependencies are released, hopefully. This is Chestnut Parkway. This is the Grasslands bound K local train. Farmingdale will be the next stop on this train. Please step all the way in, stand clear of the closing doors, please. This is Farmingdale. There's a lot of local stations. It's just a flurry of local stations before Justice Park. So the way I have programmed it, this is an early morning run. This is a Grasslands bound K-Local train. Justice Park will be the next stop on this train. Please step all the way in, stand clear of the closing doors, please. I'm hearing that some R46s got vandalized at Concourse. Whoever's doing all these crimes definitely needs to be arrested. Lock them all up. This is Justice Park. This is a Grasslands bound K-Local train. The next stop on this train will be Pearl Avenue. Step all the way in, stand clear of the closing doors, please. Like on my server reported that apparently at least six R68 cars were vandalized, and I'm hearing that some more cars may be vandalized as well. And if this is true, then it is very upsetting, and it can potentially hinder service. When people keep doing this on the subway, it needs to stop. I definitely agree with you. Some reforms definitely have to be made. This is Pearl Avenue. Yep, this part is underground. It reminds me of a Brighton station, because Brighton stations do that a lot. Like half of it will be above ground, half of it will be underground. This is a Grasslands bound K-Local train. 7th Street Slicken House will be the next stop. Step all the way in, stand clear of the closing doors, please. They definitely need to stop, but they won't stop without intervention. Something definitely has to be done about it. This is 7th Street Slicken House. Transfer is available to the E train. I heard that R32 come out of nowhere. This is the Grasslands bound K local train. The next stop on this train will be Highlands. Step all the way in. Stand clear of the closing doors, please. The K is essentially me combining the Q line in Brighton and the C line in Manhattan. That's basically what it is for context. R44 must be close because I hear it. This is Highlands. There it is. That's the only R44 left in Slick. Or Slickonia, I should say. Its top speed is 70 miles per hour. Meanwhile, this train here can go 81. Some trains on this map can go up to 98 miles per hour, like the R38. There's a Grasslands bound K local train. The next stop on this train will be Forest Overpass. Step all the way in, stand clear of the closing doors, please. In and out, just the way I like to do it. I think 5385 went back to JFK if I'm not mistaken, because that's what I've heard. This fleet status is going to be pretty complicating to pull off because of all the changes that have occurred. So I haven't forgotten about fleet status, it's just that the Department of Buses has done so many acrobatics these past few months that it's going to take me a while to sum everything up. Yo, I think there's a R46 above me. Yeah, you'll see it. This is Forest Overpass. Oh, I'm sorry. R46 is below me because the downtown tracks always take the tunnel instead of the overpass. It's just the way I set it up. This is a Grasslands bound K local train. The next stop on this train will be 29th Street, Slickenhouse. Step all the way in, stand clear of the closing doors, please. Well, if you don't like R46s, do be glad that they're being retired and replaced by the R211As. Sure, that'll be a very good thing for you once they're gone because of the fact that you don't like them. Don't worry about that. But I did like the R211s without the flags because it was a new look for them, and in my opinion it looked better. But that's just my personal opinion. The R211Ts, they'll help replace R46s, but not too many of them because there's only 20. If they're successful, option 2 will end up having R211Ts in them, or at least articulated R211s. This is 29th Street Slicken House. This is a Birchlands bound K local train. The next stop on this train will be Grasslands Junction. Step all the way in, stand clear of the closing doors, please. R211T will be in revenue service by the end of 2023. That is true. They're slated to be in service this fall. This is Grasslands Junction. Transfer is available to the E train on the opposite platform. This is a Birchlands bound K local train. The next stop on this train will be Grasslands Turnpike. Step all the way in, stand clear of the closing doors, please. Wow, that's 3 R40 and R42s in a row. This is Grasslands Turnpike. Transfer available to the E train once again. This train will be leaving first. This is a Birchlands bound K local train. The next stop on this train will be Grasslands entrance. Step all the way in, stand clear of the closing doors, please. Yo, it's another R46. That was cool. I'm gonna be honest with you, I thought 4531 and 4532, recent Fresh Pond arrivals to LaGuardia, would end up replacing those last two old gens. But if they're still kicking, then I'm very elated about that. The longer the old gens can go, the better. We are seeing a very busy E train today, especially in the direction of Slicken Terminal. This is Grasslands entrance. This is the Grasslands bound K local train. The next stop on this train will be Rocket House 55. Step all the way in, stand clear of the closing doors, please. A lot of 2010 Novas have retired. I think around 6, if I'm not mistaken. He's sliding with that curve, I like it. That sounds like an R30. I transferred the R30 from the M train to the E in order to make extra morning service. This is Rocket House 55, last stop in the Grasslands. Feels like I've been here 100 times in the past few weeks. This is Rocket House 55. This is a Grasslands bound K local train. Rocket Street will be next. Step all the way in, stand clear of the closing doors, please. Kingsbridge Depot is getting new electric buses. They're getting 10 XEs and 5 LFSE Pluses. And Queens Boulevard CBTC is expanding. It's expanding like further out to like Kew Gardens or further. I believe I touched on it in August update if you want to see that. We are approaching Rocket Street, our first stop in the Birchlands. This is a 170th Street bound K local train. The next stop will be Liftoff Plaza. Step all the way in, stand clear of the closing doors, please. This is Liftoff Plaza. This is a 170th Street bound K local train. Quadrant Alpha will be next. Step all the way in and stand clear of the closing doors, please. I didn't undershoot. This is a short platform, so not all the cars are able to fit in. This is probably your guys' first time finding out about that. This is Quadrant Alpha. Gus is stuck and awaiting new instructions. Oh, we are not doing this today. This is a 170th Street bound K local train. The next stop on this train will be Sky Center. Step all the way in, stand clear of the closing doors, please. Yes, a work train did derail at Kingsbridge Road. I covered it in the subway update. And 1896 to 1900, it was thought to be retired. That's what I said in the update. But apparently, as of now, it's not retired. It's apparently getting some maintenance work. But if anything changes with that situation, I'll let you guys know. Now, Sky Center is a platform which is able to fit all 8 cars of this train. This is Sky Center. Sky Center, 170th Street bound K local. Next stop will be Palace Park. Step all the way in, stand clear of the closing doors, please. When did this occurrence happen? Let me see. I'm gonna check my Discord. This happened on January 11th with the work train. I remember one time I got stuck behind a work train, and this was at 36th Street, and I had to wait on the R160B Siemens N train I was on. I had to wait for a whole hour before the work train could clear, and that delayed my journey going to Staten Island. Oh, I was tight, but luckily I was still able to have some fun because we had extended summer hours. This is Palace Park. Smooth braking, I absolutely love it. This is a 170th Street bound K-Local train. Skywing Archway will be next, and clear the closing doors, please. Most likely this will be my last run on the K for a little while. I'm just trying to get every route done, like route by route. Still can't believe 4444 is the last one, and like, I remember we used to have like 30 of those joints. Then again, 30 is not that much. They should have all been dead by last February. What am I talking about? Their retirement is long overdue. Finally, DOB gets serious at the worst possible time. This is Skywing Archway. Enough of my ranting. This is Skywing Archway. This is a 170th Street bound K train. The next stop on this train will be 21st Street. Step all the way in, stand clear of the closing doors, please. Okay, I'm gonna need you to look away. Alright, here we go. Let's get it. The infamous switch. One of my favorite locations here. Now, one of my trains just did BIE. That is going to affect service. I'm gonna slow that train almost to a crawl. My priority right now is getting... There's only one train over? Okay, so it's not that bad, because if it was like multiple trains, I would have had a problem. Gotta get this train moving again. This is what happens when you pass signals at danger. Make sure I'm not holding up anybody else. Where is it? Everybody is stuck. I'll address that later. This is 21st Street. Thirty-fifth Street will be next. 170th Street bound K local. Stand clear of the closing doors, please. Whoa, there he is. Oh, this dude is flying, bro. Drive 2 track mark. 35th. 214. Doors, right side. This is 35th Street. Transfers available to the A, C, and E trains. This R32 is on crack. Unbelievable. This dude wants to play games today. This dude really wants to play games today. Okay. No problem. We'll play your game. This is a 170th Street bound K local train. 44th Street will be next. Stand clear of the closing doors, please. Let me zoom in a bit. There we go. Whoa, that's too close. This is 44th Street. Transfer is available to the 5 train. This is a 170th Street bound K local train. The next stop on this train will be 52nd Street. Step all the way in, stand clear of the closing doors, please. This is 52nd Street. This is a 170th Street bound K local train. The next stop on this train will be 60th Street. Stand clear of the closing doors, please. This is 60th Street. There's a 170th Street bound K local train. The next stop will be 67th Street. Step all the way in, stand clear of the closing doors, please. Alright, here's where things get pretty exciting. This is 67th Street. This is a 170th Street bound K local train. The next stop will be 73rd Street. Step all the way in, stand clear of the closing doors, please. Oh grief, how many of these are you going to retire? Like, what the heck? And why now? That's the thing that bugs me. Y'all could have done this like months ago. Unbelievable. Like, it doesn't bother me that the next gens are retiring. It bothers me that the MTA waited this long to do it. Like, why now? This is 73rd Street. This is 73rd Street. The next stop on this train will be 79th Street. Step all the way in, stand clear of the closing doors, please. Oh yeah, in case you didn't hear, the CLs at Charleston are retired. The CTs are almost done. I think there's like 2 left. I think those are 2224 and 2228, if I'm not mistaken. This is 79th Street. 79th Street. There's a 170th Street bound K-Local train. 90th Street will be next. Step all the way in. Stand clear of the closing doors, please. This is 90th Street. Transfers available to the E train. There's a 170th Street bound K-Local train. 105th Street will be next. Step all the way in. Stand clear of the closing doors, please. This is 105th Street. There's a 170th Street bound K-Local train. 117th Street will be next. Step all the way in. Stand clear of the closing doors, please. This is 117th Street. This is a 170th Street bound K-Local train. 123rd Street will be next. Step all the way in. Stand clear of the closing doors, please. This is 123rd Street. 123rd. That is a slight overrun. This is a 170th Street bound K-Local train. 134th Street will be next. Step all the way in. Stand clear of the closing doors, please. This is 134th Street. The next stop on this train will be 147th Street. 170th Street bound K-Local. Stand clear of the closing doors, please. This is 100 and... oh my goodness. Not canon. Not canon whatsoever. You saw nothing. This is 147th Street. This is not canon. Hold on. Ladies and gentlemen, we are being held momentarily by the train's dispatcher. We apologize for any inconvenience. One 154th Street will be next. Step all the way in. Stand clear of the closing doors, please. This is a 170th Street bound K-Local train. 161st Street will be the next stop. Step all the way in, stand clear of the closing doors, please. This is 161st Street. This is a 170th Street bound K-Local train. The next and last stop on this train will be 170th Street. Step all the way in, stand clear of the closing doors, please. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, 170th Street will be the next and last stop on this train. This train will be going into layout. If you wish to ride this train again, please wait on the opposite platform. In front of this train will be an R32 and an R179. Thank you for riding with KTA Slickin' City Transit. This is 170th Street, last stop. Last stop on this train, no passengers. This train is now out of service. Last stop, last stop. Everyone please leave the train. Thank you for riding with KTA Slickin' City Transit. Last stop. Stand clear of the closing doors, please. Can I do April 23 next stop news? Yes, I'm working on it. Please give me some time and bear with me. Okay. I can still keep going. This is the layup track here. Alright. This will be the waiting screen, I guess. If I am able to send that, then I will do such a thing. Let's see if I can. Recents. Goes here. There's trains at. Goes here. And we will be taking a quick break. Do the E train next? No, that's going to be my third run. I had to reassign those two slants up to E. Press that again. Undoing this backlog. Clog. Oh yeah, he definitely wants to move it. These R38s have incredible propulsion. Wait a second, is that an R42? Yes, you probably saw one R42 and two R40 slants. Those were some trains I reactivated. Alright, I'll probably have to sign this up to E. Get that R30 moving, and then everything is back to normal. Whoa, this R32 already made it down here? That's impressive. And away he goes for its Slicken Terminal. There's two R46s, there's a R30, R32, three R40 slants, one R42, and a hell of a lot of R160s. Alright. Which do I have? 18%. This will be a good time for me to hook up to some power.